Hi everyone, so this video is, I had intentions of doing this video for a long time, but with everything that's going on in the world with coronavirus and a lot of people self-isolating and being stuck at home with children now as children are off school, I thought it would be a great time to put together things that we can do with toddlers that are at home and they're free, but a lot of them are imaginative play, which Pollyanna absolutely loves, don't you? You love playing with like your little people. I'm boring her. So I've put together quite a few games for you to do with your children at home during this really difficult time. It can be really stressful trying to keep a toddler entertained. So these are ways to keep your toddler entertained during the coronavirus or at any other time. So we hope you like this video, and don't forget, please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, because wouldn't we love that, Pollyanna? Next game is a really great memory game. So I get a tray and I start off with the 5 things and I put them onto the tray and we talk about each one of them, and then I cover it up and I ask Pollyanna to close her eyes and I take one away, and then she removes the towel and then she has to guess what toy is missing. What's gone missing?
Hello. Tea.
The teacup. Good girl! She's got really good at this, so to make it harder you can add a few more toys. So we always start off with 5, and if she gets the hang of it and guesses them all, then I'll add a sixth and a 7th toy. And she just really loves this, and again it's another one that we take in turns. What's missing?
Dada.
Good girl! The tiger! Painting is a really great one that kids love. They can spend so much time on just dipping the paintbrush in the water and then choosing all the different colours. It's something that they also do at nursery, and I feel like it's really important now nurseries have closed for her to be able to continue to do things that she would have been doing at a normal day at nursery. Sticker books. Who would have thought that sticking stickers from one page to another would cause a toddler to have so much concentration and fun? Pollyanna loves doing this, but be careful because you will find them all over your furniture. And a little tip, if you don't already know, but if you peel around the outside, the sticker around the outside of all the stickers, it means that your toddler will be able to take the stickers off the page themselves without asking for your help. Building bricks is another really great one because they love building them up high and then knocking them down. Pollyanna does. And also it's developing their fine motor skills where they're trying to build them up higher. The more that they can put on and the higher that they can get the tower, the better. Pollyanna has also got me into making houses for her little figures for them to go and live in. The great thing with this one is then she'll go around her bedroom, she'll go off on a tangent and kind of make other games and incorporate other things from around her bedroom, and she'll play happily like this for quite a long time. Bubbles. Every toddler and baby loves bubbles, so this one for me is a 2-in-1 because Alfie loves them and Pollyanna loves them. We have a battery operated bubble machine, and that's so much better for us. It means I can just turn it on and put some music on and Pollyanna will just dance around popping the bubbles normally. This next one is another one that will improve their fine motor skills. I froze some ice cubes and put different things in each one. So I put things like pom-poms, or you could put some little plastic toys in there, and then I froze a water balloon, and then put one bowl full of warm water and the other has the ice cubes, and then Pollyanna has to use her imagination on how to melt the ice cubes and get the pom-poms out from them. She really loves playing with water, as I'm sure a lot of toddlers do. She got soaked doing this, so I would highly recommend making sure you have a towel down and some old clothes on, but she really enjoys like chipping away at them and just experimenting with them. I gave her different utensils, different shapes and sizes spoons, all to help with her motor skills. Another fun water game that Pollyanna enjoys is I fill one bowl up with water and fill it with pom-poms, and I tell her that her aim is to get all the pom-poms into the other bowl using this utensil. I'll then switch it up and give her a smaller spoon or sometimes a measuring spoon because they're quite round and small, and it just makes it more difficult and she really has to focus on getting them. Even though we may be quarantined or social distancing, we can still go out into our garden and get some fresh air, which I think is really important throughout the day. So we go outside and we have some sand play sometimes. If you do have a garden with a trampoline or a slide, that can also be really fun. But for us, we don't have that. So we play with different things. We've got buckets and spades and we just play in the sandbox and sometimes with some water. I like to make sure that Pollyanna gets out on her scooter every single day. I feel like it's her chance to burn off all that energy that she has, and she really, really loves it. If your child doesn't have a scooter, perhaps a bike, or even just a walk, it allows them to burn off that energy that they're building up throughout the day. Next is boxes. I'm sure we all have boxes lying around our house somewhere. There are so many things that you can do with boxes. We love painting on them, and then later on in the day when they're dry, we will use them as buses and we'll put all of Pollyanna's teddies in them and she'll pretend that she's the bus driver and she will sing Wheels on the Bus. It then becomes a hiding space for us and we'll hide in it, and there's just so many different creative things that you can do. You could build a robot, you could build whatever you want if you have a few different boxes. Next is a favourite of mine, building a tent. Make it as creative as you can, watch the movies in it, let them play with their teddies or dolls in there, and it's even a great space for the dog. An imaginative play that me and Pollyanna do is teacups. She loves playing teacups. So I'll pretend I'm the customer and I'll ask her for a cup of tea and she'll give it to me. Sometimes I'll even give her rice or raisins or just dry food from the cupboard so that she can pour them in and out of the teapot into the cup. Obviously, they're not plastic, so we would normally use water if they were plastic, but these ones are wooden, so I feel like food is better. Books are another really good one, and I feel like these are really important for Pollyanna, so we do this every single day, normally before bedtime, but I will leave a selection of books all over the floor so that she will pick them up. I feel like when they're just lying around on the floor, she tends to take more notice of them rather than when they're up on her shelf, so I'll just leave them scattered around the room and I'll just turn around and see her sat there reading them. She's really into the books with flaps at the moment and the ones with touch sensation. Doctors is one of Pollyanna's favourite games to play. Before she had a doctor's kit, which she got for her second birthday, we used to play doctors, but we would be very creative and we used to use things like her Tommy Tippy bib, which you can see behind her, and that would be her stethoscope. So she'd put that around her neck and pretend to listen to my heartbeat or her Teddy's heartbeat. And we would just use all different things that we had around the house as doctors' kits. And then for her second birthday, she was lucky enough to have got two doctor's kits. So now she loves spending her time playing with this. She knows what everything does. Sometimes I'll play with her, but she's quite happy to do this one on her own. But I like to say to her, oh no, someone's hurt their knee, and then she'll pretend to be the doctor and fix their knee. She'll normally line everyone up, but today she's doing it on her little figurine. Imaginative play is really important to Pollyanna at the moment, and I feel like she really thrives when she's doing this. We got these little figurines that came from a Melissa and Doug toy. They're just four little people, and Pollyanna will always have the one with yellow hair, and I would always have the one in the purple dress. And we would just pretend to like go on adventures around her bed, and I'd pretend that the carpet's the sea and we have to jump off and swim. And she really, really loves this. Like, she laughs so much when she's playing this, and she's constantly saying to me, Mummy, play with me, and she'll bring these little people to me. So I feel like this is something that she really enjoys. After seeing her play so well with these little figurines, I feel like a doll's house is something she would really love to have. You could use anything that you have around your house, little action figures, teddy bears even, but she just loves how they like walk along her bed and she can just take them and do lots of different things with them. Bath time is something Pollyanna really enjoys, so I'll pop her in the bath with some books in there, some jugs, some toys, and she'll happily play. I'll use this time to clean the bathroom, so it's killing two birds with one stone. Pollyanna has so much fun with her play kitchen. This is another toy that she will love to play with on her own or with me. So we have lots of different food. We have some wooden food, we have some fabric food. What she's playing with at the moment is a pizza one. So she's making me, Daddy and her pizzas. Shops is another really great one. Pollyanna will pretend to be the shopkeeper and I will pretend to be buying something. If you don't have a till, you could just use something in your kitchen. And you could use real food perhaps in your kitchen as well. I think kids quite like to use real food sometimes, so like some tins from the cupboard, and then you could just maybe use like the TV remote as the scanner and use real money. So Pollyanna enjoys just the exchange of money, and she also likes using the contactless card. Etch-a-Sketchers are quite an old school toy, but I feel like they always come in handy. They're obviously quite travel size as well, so I feel like these are just good for anywhere around the house. She absolutely loves playing with her babies. She'll carry them around the house, she'll feed them, she'll push them around in her pushchair. This is her telling Daddy to shush because her baby is sleeping, so she takes being a mummy very, very seriously. Puzzles are another really great game to play with your child. I know these ones are a little bit more difficult for Pollyanna's age range, but she's actually got really good at doing them. So I think them being a bit more difficult just pushes her a little bit more. They're Peppa Pig, so she obviously really, really enjoys doing these. Anna really enjoys drawing on her easel. She'll do this quite a lot, quite often, every day. We got these really thick chalks from Jojo Mum and Beb, and they're so much easier for her to hold. I'll always try to draw different kind of lines or squiggles and get her to copy them. At the moment I keep drawing peas and trying to get her to copy me. She can do the down, just not the round. This next one isn't a game, but it's something I try to do if I'm trying to get a job done. So for example, when I'm unloading the dishwasher, she will always help me. I'll get her to pass me things, or she'll always do the cutlery, and she may just throw it in the drawer and I'll have to rearrange it. But while she's doing that, it just means I can unload the rest of the dishwasher without being distracted. Pollyanna is also really obsessed with cleaning and copying me cleaning. Whatever I'm doing, she will copy. So for her birthday, she got quite a few cleaning toys, which came in really handy. This is her little cleaning kit, and then she's got a little Miss Hinch box as well. So she kind of follows me around as I'm doing things and tries to copy me. Here she is cleaning the cupboards with me, and she's actually asking me how does she squirt her own little water bottle that she has. This little kit comes with a kind of checklist, and she'll have to go around and pretend to clean the things that are on her list. It just keeps her busy, but I also think it's a good life skill for her to learn and to get used to. Play-Doh is another one she really loves. Sometimes we'll make pretend food, or I'll give her cookie cutters and she'll use them to make different things. And again, this is another one that she will play with for quite a long time. I'm sure, like me, you are absolutely sick of the Baby Shark song. However, Pollyanna wants this played almost daily, so I use this opportunity to have a little dance with her. She uses up lots of energy and she will just dance around the kitchen. Dancing is another fun thing for your toddler to do. There are also lots of YouTube videos out there for dancing for kids. Your toddler can then copy the YouTubers and use up some energy in the meantime. These are water magic colouring books, and we also take these out to restaurants, and they're a really good distraction, but they're also great for at home if you're waiting, if your toddler's waiting for you to cook dinner. They'll keep them entertained for so long. She has quite a few of these, and she has done the pages over and over again. So you colour on the pages with a water pen that you fill with water, and then the colours begin to show. After a couple of seconds they dry, and you can do this again and again and again. Say, I spy. Dressing up is one of Pollyanna's favourite things to do. She tends to do it before bedtime, but she's got lots of dressing up costumes. She's also got these little play pretend heels. She loves putting them on. She'll grab a few handbags. Sometimes they're my bags, but she always has to wear her little hat. But this is just a fun thing to keep them busy too. We love playing I Spy with colour, so we will say I spy with my little eye, something the colour of pink, and then Pollyanna will either have to go point to it, but today she wants to use her little figures to jump on the colour. So I will say colour, and then she goes and puts her little figure on top of the colour. Blue? Something blue? Yeah. Here, the door. Found it. Out and there. Yeah, clever girl. Another thing we do with these little figures is we hide them. So I will close my eyes, and then she'll say ready or not, and she'll hide her little figure somewhere, and I'll have to find it. She's not very good at waiting for me to find the figure. She kind of tells me before I find it, but she's getting the hang of it. She covers her eyes when it's my turn to hide the toy, and she just really loves doing this. She loves saying, "Ready or not, find me." The next one is what I call sweeping to the square. So I tape a square onto the kitchen floor, and you can put anything around the square. You could put leaves, but I've put pom-poms on there today, and I ask Pollyanna to sweep everything into the square to see if she can do it. If she can do it, I then make the square smaller. This is another game that's really great for her fine motor skills because she really has to concentrate and sweep them in, and it's kind of learning not to put things outside of the box and get them in the box. Pollyanna also loves to help baking or cooking, so I let her help whenever I can. Now I've thrown in a few extras for those that can leave the house, those that are perhaps social distancing, but the park is another great place to go. Just make sure you wipe down the swings or anything before your toddler goes on them with some anti-bac wipes. Make sure you have some hand sanitizer with you, and of course make sure you wash your hands as soon as you get home just to avoid catching the virus. Also remember to stay a distance of 2 meters between other people, which I know can be hard for the children. Another one Pollyanna loves doing is going to feed the ducks. If you don't live by any ducks, you could also go and feed the birds or the pigeons.